basic things that you can find at your local grocery store that you will need just to keep your body in ketosis in terms of base products for cooking. So the first thing you always hear is Kerrygold's butter. Kerrygold's butter. It is grass-fed Irish butter. It is all fat. All fat. It has very, very few carbs. And it has like 0.7 carbs, 0.7 protein, but 82 grams of fat. So this is definitely a must-have. Kerrygold's, you can get either the unsalted or the salted. I have both. I typically like unsalted butter better, but I do have the salted just in case for cooking purposes. But Kerrygold's butter is one thing you can find at your local grocery store. If you are here in the UAE, you can find it at Lulu's. So mind you, a lot of this stuff, I will tell you where I got it from in terms of where you can find it also. But Kerrygold's butter, you can find it, of course, at home. You can find it in your local grocery. But here you can find it in Lulu's, which is our local grocery, which works. So if you're anywhere in the UAE, Lulu's has your Kerrygold's butter. Something else that I definitely have in my pantry is almond flour. So, you know, we can't have any carbs, pastas, or flour, white flour. So I get almond flour and meal. So this is how I'm able to make mini desserts or make keto pizza like I will make today, which I might upload a video of my recipe for keto pizza. Or anything that I've had overall. Like this is what I also use. I made some fried zucchini fries. And so in the oven, so I use almond flour, almond meal. This version is a bit thick, so I typically have to try to crunch it, or you can also get like an almond, the crushed almonds, which still makes for the same thing. So literally crushed almonds work just like the almond flour meal. The crushed almonds here are a lot cheaper in the UAE, so I recommend if you're starting out, do the crushed almonds or crush them yourself to make your own flour or the almond powder. It does same thing. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg. Like I think this was about 40 or 50 dirhams for this little pack, but I did buy it, I did buy it 4 weeks ago, and I still have it. So overall, it works. So that's one thing. Excuse me, guys. Okay, something else. Your oils. So I have extra virgin olive oil, which I have used. So here's the one I've been using, of course, and I've used several. So I've gone through this one, so this is a new one, so don't think I don't use it. Olive oil as well as coconut oil. Coconut oil has a lot of fat. I know some people use avocado oil. I have not bought that yet, but I will start that in month 2. So coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil, those type of oils have a lot of fat in them, and so you can use those to cook a lot of your meats. Coconut oil you can use to cook a lot of your meats. Olive oil you can use to cook your meats. So typically like your meats or drizzle your vegetables or whatever you want just to get that added fat. Because remember, it's all about fat. Also, if I'm using I have a grill pan that I use to like make some, like I want to grill my chicken or whatever, and you can't really put oil on that grill. But no worries, because I have Pam in olive oil and Pam in coconut oil. So I am covered bases, so when I need to spray my pan or if I'm baking or something like that, I still use my olive oil and coconut oil, both of which is the same. It's just a spray. So a lot of you who have been doing, like I got these typically when I was doing Weight Watchers because they weren't that many points. You could use these much better, but they also helped me out during keto. So these 2 Pams, again, in the States, you can find these at your local grocery. Here, you can find them at your local grocery, which is going to pay double the price plus the VAT tax. But hey, these are 2 things I would recommend if you have like a grill pan and you like that grill. Like I like the grill lines when I'm making steaks or chicken or stuff like that, chicken breast, and I grill them on the stove. I use these. Also, something I use is coconut flour. Coconut flour. So this also is a benefactor for you to fry things in or bake things in using coconut flour for your recipes instead of regular white bleached flour. So, like I said, almond flour, coconut flour. With the coconut flour, it is more expensive than the almond flour. Here, I told you, I'm sure at home you can find it in your Whole Foods or your Publix or your Trader Joe's, but definitely here, I found the coconut flour. I don't remember. Oh, Lulu's maybe. Maybe Lulu's. No, Waitrose. Sorry. So on the island, I found it at Waitrose. I have it. I'm sure I don't think they have it at Lulu's. I looked in Lulu's. I don't think I've seen coconut flour. So I did have to go to my more European store to find this. And I'm sure we have a couple of places here that you can find your coconut flour. Something else added in terms of food is my unsweetened cocoa. So unsweetened cocoa. So this has no sugar in it, none whatsoever. This was one of the harder things I had to try to find. Unfortunately, they did not have any unsweetened cocoa inside of the grocery store. But what I did find in the grocery store were the unsweetened bars, chocolate bars. So I also melt these and put them in I was making like a keto milkshake before I got the keto shake that they have. But even then, I'll make this with like peanut butter, 1 bar of this melted, some almond milk, and a teaspoon of vanilla, and add you some stevia or some stevia. Oh, the best milkshake ever. You won't even know that it's keto because it's amazing. But so I did buy the chocolate bars. I got these from Waitrose, the Hershey, these are the Hershey. The Hershey, no unsweetened, so no sugar in, but dark chocolate is really good for you. But I wanted to start making brownies and stuff like that. So a lot of the recipes called for me to get the unsweetened cocoa. And so I had to go to soup.com if you are in the UAE. At home, I've seen this in the baking aisles, in Publix, Walmart, Target. You can find them anywhere in the States, so you have an easier ability to find these. But in the UAE, I did not find them at any grocery store. So not Lulu's, not Carrefour, not Waitrose, not Spinneys. So I did have to order this from soup.com. Came really fast. It wasn't that expensive at all. It was like maybe 20 dirhams. But just this is allowing me to now make some brownies and cookies and things like that. So just when I'm craving something, like when I want sweets or something like that, definitely is a filler for that. And so an awesome sauce with this is a great find, guys. Also on my shopping list is my eggs. So I know you know, of course we eat eggs on keto. If anybody's ever heard about keto, you know that eggs are definitely a number one thing that you need to eat because they're easier in terms of the morning because they're fat and protein, and then you add cheese to it and it becomes extra fat. So I also make sure I eat free range omega-3 eggs. It's kind of backwards, sorry guys, but the free range omega-3 eggs, or the organic eggs, just because of omega-3, if you read stuff about keto, they tell you that it's best to get the ones with omega-3 in them. And so I definitely use these eggs. These eggs came from Waitrose, but you can find them at any grocery store. They are a lot more expensive than your just regular eggs. I think here these were like 30 dirhams. But the regular eggs, of course, maybe like 4, 5, 6 dirhams, but you're paying for the quality of the egg. So I definitely would recommend you finding eggs with omega-3, just in that regard, because it's healthier for you. While I was home, I found these at Kroger. We have bacon bits here in the UAE, but we do not have turkey bacon bits. So therefore, you all know, prior to keto, I didn't really intake any, foods, the pork. And so, but then I realized how much fat pork carries, and it's such a good thing for keto. But I still won't eat a pork chop. But I did indulge in those ribs, if you remember. Check back on week 3. But these real bacon bits, these have 1.5 grams of total fat and 3 grams of protein. And ironically, these have 2 grams of fat and 2 grams of protein. So this has a lot more fat than the actual pork bacon one. So I put these on salads. You can put them in anything, in your eggs, whatever you want to put in. If you don't feel like cooking bacon, these are always a great substitute. And I found these, of course, at Kroger. For my UAE people, more than likely we'll have to get these things on Amazon.com and have them shipped here, which is a bit expensive. But we have real bacon bits here. So if you want to use the pork ones, we have these here. No need of shipping. They sell them in the pork sections in all of our not American groceries, but not the UAE groceries, but of course like the Almaya Marts and the Waitroses and the Spinneys and things like that. You go to the back and you will find real bacon bits. Also, on my pork journey, because I miss my potato chips so bad, so very bad. My potato chips, so I started buying pork skins. Again, I am not an advocate for pork, but when you need something to crunch, and I tried making my own tortilla chips, didn't work. But these are a great substitute when you want nachos. Get you some pork skins and then put your meat and your lettuce and your cheese, the melted queso on it. I had it at home. The best nachos ever. Like, ever. So I would definitely recommend if you need a crunch, you miss your potato chips like I did. Like I missed my starches because I am a diehard for French fries and tortilla chips and regular chips. So my pork skins definitely have fulfilled that. I don't eat them all the time, but I do buy them and have them in my local pantry. Also, for baking purposes, here I have birch sugar, so xylitol. This is a sugar alcohol. There is absolutely no fat in here, no sugars. It does have carbs. It's lower carbs than normal. It's 40% less calories and it has lower carbs, but it does have carbs. So I am in the process of getting me some Swerve. Swerve has no carbs. So I'm in the process of getting Swerve to cook, but sometimes, depending on the recipes, it calls more for xylitol. So like my brownies I'm about to make, they say the best thing to use is xylitol because Swerve cooks a little differently. So the sugars cook a little differently versus the xylitol cooks like normal. But mind you, just be careful with the amount of xylitol that you use. And again, like I said, I'm going to get Swerve very soon. It's coming. So that'll be something that I also incorporate in that regard. As far as my drinks, if I want to make things sweet, I buy Stevia. So you all have heard about Stevia. It comes in packs like Equal and Splenda, but Stevia, of course, has no calories, no sugar, no preservatives, no anything. It's a calorie-free sweetener. It comes in little packs. You can get the this is the powdered form. In the UAE, they have like the powdered form. I think they have maybe like some maybe liquids. I don't know. Most of them were powders. Like they have the to-go powder ones. So like I bought these little packs and I put these in my purse. So like if I'm having tea at work or if I go out and want to have tea, I'll pop one of these in with whatever and have this. Or if I want to have a sparkling water, because guys, I did not drink or like sparkling water before keto. Before I found the Stevia pack and a lemon and a lime. But at my grocery store here in Almond Mart, we have the flavored sparkling waters. Now, it's still not sweet or good to me by itself. But with this and popping in one of these, because they work well in cold and hot beverages, it tastes like a Fanta, strawberry Fanta. If you're from Atlanta or you're from the States, you know what I mean. So this is like a strawberry Fanta goodness. It's just keto approved. So it's the way of me having my soda at dinner or soda at home, because I don't drink Sprites. I don't drink any sodas. All I drink is water and sparkling water. Those are the only things I drink because you can't have anything else. You can have coffee and teas, but in terms of with your meals, these make a great combination. As well as what if you don't like water? Well, they make these. They sell them here too, but I got the ones from Kroger in the States. And if you can see, it's the Kroger. This is the peach and white grape. And this one is the apple and black currant. So these are just some good quality water enhancer, so flavors. So if you you have a hard time drinking regular water, getting some little enhancers will work. Definitely, they're not sweet. There's no sugar in them, no calories, so you can't expect sweetness because you still have to add your stevia. But they definitely add some flavoring to your water. Like I don't mind drinking regular water, so adding these to my regular water makes it great. I told you the powder stevia. So while at home, my aunt went and got me some liquid stevia. She got it. It's the organic liquid stevia. She purchased it from Trader Joe's. At home, you can also get it on your Amazon or anywhere. I could not find it here. I'm sure they had it, but I just got tired of riding around to several grocery stores trying to find things for keto. So, liquid stevia is definitely something that I recommend that you get in terms of your drinks and soda.